Assalamu alaikum and good nights to everyone. Welcome to the Technology in Education Forum. Before we get started, let me introduce myself and the line of panelists. Hi, my name is Muhammad Haris Akil bin Azman as moderator today. Nurul Sakinah binti Hashim Lang as the first panel. Hi Sakinah, how are you?
Hi Haris. Okay.
Then the second panelist, Nurul Ain binti Mama Yusri. Hi Ain, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
So, in today's rapidly evolving world, technology has become an integral part of our daily lives, and it has made a significant impact in the field of education. What is technology? Technology is like all the nifty tools and tricks people come up with to make life simpler. Think about smartphones, computers, and all those clever inventions that help us to do things better and faster. Education is the process of gaining knowledge and skills. It's what happens when you go to school, read books, or even watch interesting videos to learn new stuff and get good at things. Technology is revolutionizing the way we learn. It allows us to do things like study on computers, connect with people all over the world, and even make learning enjoyable. However, it's not all smooth sailing. There are some challenges. Not all kids have the same fancy gadgets or access to the internet, which means some students miss out on exciting learning opportunities. Some folks also worry that spending too much time in front of screens might harm learning and our ability to interact with others. Now let's turn to our panelists and hear about the difficulties that they have encountered while using technology for education. So we move to the first panelist, Sakina. What issues have you found when using technology to learn or teach? Based on what you have choose, like journal or something. So you can answer now, Sakina.
All right. Thank you, moderator, for the very interesting question which you have addressed just now. Okay. As you know, technology today play a very important role in our life. Why I see like that? Because it is seen as a basic role of an economy just now. So because of that, technology is very important, which means it helps us to make our work much easier and also less time consuming. However, there are also have technology issues in education. As you can see in the school, modern students of today prefer to use technology, and how does their learning get impact if they use technology? Some students use technology really in the education, but some students also use it for something that useless purposes. They don't take advantage of it in learning session, but prefer to use it for playing something else. So that's why students need to be constantly monitored in their use of technology so that they don't deviate in a bad direction. Likewise, when talking about digital and education, then the penetration of digital media within the education sector have now grown. This penetration also has a result in round-the-clock connectivity, which means it's with students and different programs that are available also for different kind of assignment or help. The technology give affecting in education. What can I say is the modern technologies are demanding that teachers learn how to use that technologies in their teaching. As we know, that teachers' attitudes toward computers are a key factor in the successful implementation of ICT in education. But many people point out that teachers do not always have positive attitudes towards computers. It means that they might think their poor attitudes may lead to failures of the computer. In these issues also have negative impact that relate with technology in education. Firstly is declining writing skills. What can I say in this? Like due to the excessive usage of online chatting and shortcuts, the writing skill of today's young generation have declined quite tremendously. This also some students are relying more and more on digital communication that they have totally forgot about improving their writing skills. Because of that, can cause a student to forget automatically the skills of writing incorrectly. And the second one is increasing incidents of cheating. For example, when they do the assignment, they use any information internet to be their reference for complete their assignments. But some people use this opportunity by recopying the work or information that is in the internet without directly change the content. In this case, it is called a plagiarism and can be punished for the offense committed. As we know, technological developments like graphical calculator, height watch, mini cameras, and similar equipment have become great source to cheat in exams. Then that's why it can be an issue in use of technology. So last but not least is a lack of focus. The point can relate it with many students have become SMS or text messaging be their favorite pastime. Students are seen playing with their cell phone, iPhone days and night. Students are seen playing with their cell phone, iPhones day and night, or driving, or and even often even between lectures. This case gives rise to disrespect towards other people and with people who give us a knowledge. They only know care about playing with their cell phone and didn't carry anything around them. Being ever connected to the online will have result in lack of focus and concentration in academics and to some extent, even in sports and extracurricular activities. Because of the technologies, many students didn't get involved in the various curricular and co-curricular activities. It is because they only know how to spend their free time by just playing with technological gadgets only. Other than that, technology in education also have a disadvantage, such as many expert and experienced people say, due to such technology in education student, imagination is affects their thinking ability is reduced. Then, sometimes also time consuming from teachers' point of views. It is costly to install such technology and there can also be help too when used over limit. So, I think that was from me about this issue and I return it back to moderator. Thank you.
That's a great answer, Sakina. I totally agree with you. I really love the point that the cheating cases increased. It shows that technology can be so harmful when we are not aware of it. So I really want to ask the second panelist, Ayn. How about you? What is the issue or challenge when you figure out about the technology used in education? Based on your research, or maybe you yourself have faced the challenges in it. So it's your time.
Okay, thank you, kind and wise moderator. Again, I appreciate you posing this question to me. Now, the first issue I've chosen based on my research relate to the critical consideration when incorporating technology education into the curriculum of young learners. So, as per the excerpt from the selected article, it mentioned that the importance of a sound technological education for learners in their teenage year of schooling becomes accepted at a global level. There is increasing interest and belief in the need to start this education at an early age, possibly as soon as children begin formal schooling or even nursery school or kindergarten. Based on my current understanding, it seems there's a growing global recognition of the importance of providing a solid technological education to students during their teenage year. So, the goal is to ensure that children not only become comfortable with technology but also gain confidence in utilizing it across various subjects. So, this yearly exposure aims to promote a holistic understanding of the application of technology, preparing learners to adapt and innovate in an increasingly technology-driven world. So, next, based on the highlighted excerpt from the article like introducing technology into the curriculum of young children is also important because of the propensity of this age group to engage in technology activity with an enthusiasm curiosity, and lack of inhibition that create an optimum opportunity for development. The more young children engage in technological activity, the more they confident in their technological abilities may be established. Primary school teachers who have introduced technology into their curriculum often comment that technology activities are a value vehicle for all types of learning. Giving children a broad-based experience of technology at a young age through which the foundation of technological capability can be consolidated and enhanced provides a basis from which to develop in a coherent and continuous way. So, as young children engage more in technological activities, their confidence in technological abilities is likely to be established and strengthened. Primary school teachers who have incorporated technology into the curriculum frequently express that such activities serve as a valuable tool for various forms of learning. Lastly, offering children a comprehensive of the foundation of technological capability, this in turn provides a basis for coherent and continuous development. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you, moderator.
Providing coherent, progressive, and continuous technological experiences, I think it's a good one. For me, both of our panelists gave a really good answer to the question given. Now, from what I see when I do a research about technology in education, I found the issues in it. Especially the issues I found are most happened in rural areas. One of it is we know ICT has been recognized as an effective tool for rural development, but not many rural people in Malaysia own personal computer and internet, hence potentially widen the digital divide among urban and rural areas. The digital divide means some people know how to use computers and the internet, while others don't. It's like a gap between those who are good at it and those who aren't. This divide can happen because of where you live, the country you are in, your background, whether you are a boy or a girl, or how much money you have. In simple terms, it's about some folks having computer and internet skills and others not having them. And this divide can be wider in certain places or among certain groups of people. People with no experience or skills to handling the computer or internet are going to be left far behind the others who already know how to use it. It means the education is going to be quite unbalanced because the student who don't have an experience on it used to be struggle and take a long time period to handling the computer and so on. There are numbers of key criteria that can be referred in quantifying the digital divide, such as computer, ownership, access to the internet, technical aspect, and knowledge in ICT utilization. Then, in Malaysia, ICT development has been strengthened as I'm sorry, in Malaysia, ICT development has been strengthened by the National Information and Technology Agenda, which is NITA, and Universal Services Provider USP. The purpose among all of this the purpose among all of this is to encourage and fortify ICT culture among the communities in all areas. As I can see from the research I did, they are like Pusat Internet Desa, Medan Info Desa, and National Broadband Initiative are the three main projects about computers and the internet in rural areas. These projects aim to help more rural folks use technology. However, active active use among the rural community in Malaysia remained low and need further encouragement. Malaysian Communication and Multimedia Commission 2008 have detected that only 14% of the rural community in Malaysia use internet in 2008. It shows that most people in rural areas are still unsure about using ICT. In simpler terms, it means that most students in rural areas are not very confident or comfortable with using computers and the internet. So that's the issues that I highlighted when I do research about the challenges of technology using in education. So now let's move to the other discussion. Technology is important because it prepares students for the world that we live in today. It encourages creativity, quick thinking, and makes learning more engaging and fun. It's like adding a bit of magic to education. Panelists, can you share why you believe technology is so important in education and how it has positively impacted your learning or teaching experiences? We'd love to hear your thoughts and stories. So, to our panelist, one Sakina, what's your answer based on your research?
All right. Thank you again, moderator, for your impressive question. So, the importance of technology in education, we can see it in many aspects. So, the point that I want to talk about is IT. So, IT or information technology is referred to the knowledge process and its applying method, processing, transferring, and making information in progress. IT includes gathering, organizing, storing, publishing, and also use the information in the form of sound, pictures, picture graphic, and something else. And the most important change happen in this fact that technology has enabled students to access the out-of-class information, and has caused the increase of their motivations for learning. So, um, the important is we can see that education has been using the technology for expanding and developing different processes of the educational system more than 1 century, and this is not surprising that new technology arrival has raised the internet in obtaining knowledge by various methods of presenting knowledge. Then I will give an example. For example, in Iran, important this technology in education are changed and to live with each other as commendable members of local global society. Then it needs to concentrate on communication and learning in order to resolve hazardous problems in the future. IT education has been considered as a rescue and in the meanwhile a threatening factor even though these technologies are not nature at all, but need to accept them and use it. Other than that, IT culture difference levels of education is accompanying with vast effects for society, as we can see. Students not only will change to active generation of IT in the future, but also will be able to play an important role in promoting IT culture in the society and family environment. So that in the school, teachers need to be able understanding the kinds of existing facilities and not ignore IT. It is because an increasingly advanced country in this technological era. Teachers also need to training program and so do adults. Adults should train the program for facilitating new jobs resulting from this IT too. From this based on um, what's important technology in education, I highlighted the use for IT, which means IT is information technology. I think that's all. That's all I think I can give it for the second question. Is thank you.
Well, that's a nice answer. I'm really attracted to the example you gave, which is Iran. It shows that the technology can help students to improve and adapting to the changes. Now let's move to Ain, which is our second panelist. Ain, what's about your thoughts in talking about the importance of this stuff based on your research?
Okay, thank you once again to the moderator for posing this second question to me. Before that, I want to add a little bit more about the issue that I've been chosen. So the last one is providing coherent, progressive, and continuous technological experience. As noted yearly, it is very important to consider the developmental needs of the young child rather than the vocational need of the country. It is important, however, to take account of the shift in preoccupation that will inevitably be present in the final years of schooling. And in England, they still have much to learn about how we can manage the shift in emphasis in a way that optimize the development of the child capability. So that's mean we need to focus on individualized learning. This is because every child is unique with different strengths and interests. Prioritizing developmental needs allow for a more individualized approach to education, catering to diverse learning style and talent. This approach ensures that each child has the opportunity to explore their passion and potential. So we move to the important. Alright, I will now elaborate on my point regarding this matter about pros and cons of computer technologies in education. So we focus on implicity in implementation, simplifying in characterization of neuropedagogy and learning style make it easier for educators to apply this concept in the classroom. And organizational aspect, such as creating a conducive learning environment and developing teaching method that diverse that cater to diverse learning style and more straightforward to implement that delving deeply into the intricacies educational practice. The reality the reality is that years of unrealistic description, assessment, and even enthusiasm for the importance of these technologies is learning have passed. This is due to the first year of the introduction of teaching, then, with the catchy slogan, everything is online. There are many such and similar assessments in the literature. On example, from from everyday life. For example, the improvement of a person who relies only on navigation when traveling. In his study and lecture, he said that if there were no mobile phone, we would remember several phone number. Today, there is no need for this. There is phone memory. In addition to this view, he said that especially at young age, the computer is harmful to the child. It does not develop memory, does not support socialization, and of course, there are several correct views, but they cannot be absolutized. In my opinion, different students may respond differently to technology in education. Some may benefit from interactive learning tools, while others may face challenge in areas like memory development. This diversity underscores the importance of personalized and adaptable educational approach that consider individual learning style and needs. The statement underscores perspective in considering the impact of technology on students, encouraging educators to carefully evaluate the role of technology in education and its potential effect on cognitive development and socialization. Last but not least, technology is not a one-size-fits-all solution. Rather, it adapts to diverse learning needs. Adaptive technologies for special needs, such as screen reader and speech-to-text application, empower students with disabilities, promoting inclusivity and ensuring that every learner has the opportunity to thrive. In conclusion, the advantages of technology in education are multifaceted, and transformative. From increased accessibility to personalized learning, collaboration and global opportunities, technology reshape education for the better. As we embrace the technological investment, we pave the way for a more dynamic, inclusive, and efficient educational experience preparing students for success in the digital era. I think that's the only point I can put forward, and I will hand it over to the moderator again. Thank you very much.
Wow, I totally agree with that, which is the effects of technology in education are transformative. That is such an impressive thought. For me, there are so many importance when we take a look on technology using in education, especially at this time when the education is growing to another level based on the time changes and the advance of the technology. A part of it is ICT can provide information, news, and knowledge to others that will give meaningful and useful information to be used. For example, the traditional media in Malaysia has become the bridge between the government and community to form clear understanding of the government. Electronic media has played a big role in Malaysia's progress. The government used it to share information about Malaysia's plans, strategies, policies, and other important things with the people efficiently. It is because nowadays the Malaysian government is focusing more on information technology (IT), which is believed to have a potential to speed up and accelerate the nation development process. In the context of students, this means that information and communication technology (ICT) can help students share information, news, and knowledge with others, providing valuable and practical information that can be put to good use. It suggests that students can use technology to share important and meaningful information with their peers or a wider audience, which can be beneficial for learning and problem solving. Technology can also help students to expand their knowledge by exchanging their views or opinions with other people. To interact with group of people, they can make a group discussion. Internet Relay Chat, which is IRC, is among the popular internet service people mostly use for live chatting. Explanation of the internet technologies needed to facilitate education through ICTs such as the World Wide Web, video conferencing, and more. That's all what I can say. From the answer given by our panelists just now, we can see clearly that even the technology got so many challenges to achieve the objectives of education. However, we can deny that the technology has so many impacts to our learning process. To make the issues decrease, each people should play their role to improve that. I hope one day our technology will become the top country of education in the world with a lot of skills in using the technology. So we have reached at the end of our forum. I hope that all of the inputs we got today is going to be useful to us. The panelists and myself would like to thank all of you for staying in our short forum today. So thank you and see you next time. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you.
Thank you, moderator.